Hi, everyone, and welcome back to Study English with Frank. Today, we're going to continue our series on feelings. How do you feel today? What is your mood? What kind of emotions are you experiencing? Let's get started. Our first emotion is depressed. 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 Let's use it in a sentence. She felt very depressed after losing her job. The rainy weather made him feel depressed. When her friend moved away, she was depressed for weeks. We've all had that feeling, haven't we? We feel so sad and nothing can seem to lift our spirits. We're just really down in the dumps. We're so depressed. Our next emotion is gloomy. Do you ever feel gloomy? What is gloomy? Well, let's see it in a few sentences. I'm feeling a bit down today. I just can't shake this gloomy mood. Gloomy. He felt gloomy after hearing the bad news. Gloomy. Everything seems so gloomy when you're not here. Gloomy is often referred to the way the sky looks when it's full of dark clouds. It's so gloomy out today. Well, sometimes that's the way we feel inside. Our heart is filled with dark clouds, right? And so we feel gloomy. Another emotion that a lot of people feel sometimes is lonely. Lonely. Have you ever been lonely? And I'm sure everybody has gone through those stages where they feel lonely. It's like they're all alone. They don't have many friends. There's no one coming by to visit. You're all alone. You feel lonely. Let's use it in a few sentences. Even in a crowded room, I sometimes feel lonely. He now lives alone and often feels lonely. The long, lonely nights were hard to get through. Bored. 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 This is an emotion that children often express when they feel like there's just nothing to do. I'm so bored. Let's use it in a few sentences. I was so bored during the long lecture. Have you ever sat through a lecture that just was not very interesting at all, but you had to stay? It was part of your requirement. And it's so boring, you say. I was so bored during the long lecture. Here's another one. She got bored of playing the same video game every day. Isn't that true? After a while, you're playing the game and you just, after a while, it's so boring and you go and do something else or find another game. He often feels bored when there's no new books to read. Bored. You know, we have another word in English that sounds almost the same as that. Board. Board. That's wooden planks are called boards. So if you have a piece of wood and it's a long piece of wood, we'll call it a board. The emotion that people feel or the feelings that they have is pronounced just a little bit different, but it's so hard to tell the difference. We might say, I'm so bored. We kind of extend it out a little bit. The R sounds longer. Bored. Whereas when you're working with wood, it's just a board. It's just a board. Energetic. 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 Do you know what it means to be energetic? That's when you just feel like you're so full of energy you could just do anything, right? You got lots of energy. You're energetic. She felt more energetic after a good night's sleep. The teacher's energetic approach made the students excited about learning. He always starts his day with an energetic workout. Upset. 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 Do you know what it means to be upset? Well, that can have a couple of different meanings in English, actually. If you knock over a bowl of fruit and the fruit is going everywhere, someone might say, oh, you upset the bowl of fruit. You knocked everything over, upset it, you turned it over. But when you're talking about people's feelings, being upset is kind of like being mad or angry. You're upset about something. You're mad about something. You're feeling bad about something, and you might be quiet, and you might be sitting in a corner in the room, not joining in the conversation, and people look at you and say, "Oh, he must be upset about something, because he's not talking to anybody. He's moody. He's got a scowl on his face. He must be upset." Let's use it in some sentences. She was upset because she lost her favorite scarf. The news about the storm really made him upset. Maybe he had big plans to spend the day walking in the park along the beach, and now the storm comes along and it made him upset. I didn't mean to upset you with my comment, you might say, if you're talking to somebody and all of a sudden they feel kind of upset. Sorry, I didn't mean to upset you. Here's another emotion that people talk about in English: cranky. 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 That's when somebody's just in an awful mood. Almost anything you say or anything that you do just makes them complain. They're cranky. Often we use this to refer to the way babies are when they're really fussy and in a bad mood and crying a lot. The baby was cranky because he needed a nap. He needed a sleep. I get cranky when I haven't had enough sleep. How about you? Do you get cranky when you don't get enough sleep? She was cranky before her morning coffee. Is that what it's like at your house as well? People are cranky until they get their first cup of coffee. I might be a little bit cranky myself until I get that first sip. Angry. 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 We can almost say the word to give the expression of being angry, right? What does it mean to be angry? That's when you're really mad. You're really upset. Your whole body is almost shaking with anger. She was angry because her brother ate the last piece of cake. It made her angry. The customer became angry when his order was wrong. He tried hard not to get angry during the debate. Well, the next one is a lot like being angry. It's just really another word for angry. You could say, I'm so mad. I'm so mad at you. When somebody's really done something to annoy you, done something to hurt you, you can say, I'm mad. I'm so mad at you. Let's use it in some sentences. He gets mad very easily when things don't go his way. Why are you mad at me? I didn't mean to upset you. She was mad about the surprise party her friends threw for her. Have you ever had somebody throw you a surprise party and you weren't ready for it, you weren't expecting it? Maybe you're not dressed the way you'd like people to see you, and your makeup isn't on, your hair's a mess, and all of a sudden people are bursting out of the corners of the room shouting happy birthday. Well, she was mad about the surprise party her friends threw for her. The next one I want to share with you is taking mad and angry to the next level. When you are beyond being mad and beyond being angry, you could say, I am furious. I am furious. Furious. She was furious when she found out her brother had borrowed her car without asking. He became furious after waiting over an hour for his appointment. The debate turned heated, with both sides becoming furious over the disagreement. Furious. Well, that's taking it to the next level. I hope that you don't get furious very often. In fact, it's a good thing to try and control some of these feelings and emotions as much as you can, because it can make people feel like they don't want to hang around you if you're always getting mad and always getting angry so easy. And if you get furious a lot, who's going to want to hang out with you, right? And so we should try and control our emotions a little bit and not express our anger as much. So we've learned quite a few today in our lesson about negative feelings, right? Being upset, being angry, being mad, being furious, depressed. A lot of negative feelings today. In our next lesson, we'll try and cheer things up a little bit. There's so many more emotions that people have that we can express with English terms. So be sure and join us next time as we talk more about feelings that you can have, the moods, the emotions that you can have. If you haven't already done so, I invite you to subscribe to our channel. If you liked the video, please give it a like. It really helps our channel grow. The more likes we get, the more YouTube says, oh, this must be a good video, and they'll start showing it to other students who are learning English, and we'll have our family grow. So we'll see you next time here on Study English with Frank. So long for now.